Hey guys, welcome to day 7, reading the data in different ways. By now, our department and employees table are no longer like simple blueprints. We have inserted few records in the last video, right? Like we have put some records in them. So now there is some life in it, correct? But the database is filled with data is completely useless until we start reading it back in a meaningful ways. That's what the select statements are for. If the insert is about writing story into a database, select is about reading it back. This is a SQL command we will use most often and not just as a beginner but throughout the career. We will be using the select. The simplest form, the most basic way to select or return everything from the table is select star from the table name. Let us simply run this and we should be able to see that all the, let's attach the cluster as well, the general compute serverless, attach and run. And so by the time the cluster starts, the select star from star represent all and from a particular table, which is a combination of three level namespace, that is catalog, schema and table. Select star from this will give the complete table. All the rows and all the columns will be showcased. Moving to, like, let's say if I just wanted to select only the employee ID and the salary, correct, that I can do. Let me quickly do. I can name the column employee ID, and then I can say that I just wanted to see employee ID and salary for that employee ID. That also I can do. I just want to select only two columns. So yes, employee ID and then salary. Moving to next set of things, what we can do is we can filter with where. So we selected, like, select first name last name from the table where department is equal to 2. We just wanted to see the records where of department number is 2. So let's run that. Yes, so we can see that Bob Johnson and Grace Lee are only displayed. So if we check the data, what we can even just simply Databricks, it is very nicely represented. Yeah, okay. So this two is Bob Johnson and Grace Lee. And we only got those two names, Bob Johnson and Grace Lee. Perfect. We can also filter on the salary column where salary is greater than 70K. So let's run this quickly and we should be able to filter only those guys who have salary greater than a particular amount. Okay. We can filter with ranges. What we can do is we can say that, okay, hiring hire date is between this range. It has to be greater than 2019 and 2021. So if we run this, we should be able to see only those records from the table, only a particular columns with where um, for with this condition, like we are doing you can understand that we are doing a selective filtering from the table, and then we are also putting a condition on hire date where it is between a particular range. Okay, moving on to, like, filtering with list. We can have list a condition, like if you want to select from multiple departments, so instead of selecting like department ID is equal to 2, we can select that department ID in 1 and 3. Okay, so if you want to select multiple, we should be able to filter out with the list. We can combine the condition, like when department ID is equal to 3 and salary is greater than 60,000, when department ID is equal to 1 and salary is greater than 90,000. So this way, through logical operator also, we can enhance our filtering logic. We can add different additional conditions for filtering. There is something called sorting. So databases doesn't guarantee any natural order of rows when the result is thrown back, because right how Spark works is like they have the data on multiple machines, massive machines, clusters in which these operations happen. So they don't guarantee that whatever result you get back is going to be in a particular sequence. So for that, what we would do is we can use something called order by. So we can say that, okay, select first name, last name, salary from a particular table, order by ascending or order by descending. There are two ways possible descending would or we have to perform this ascending and descending operation on a particular column. So salary descending means where salary highest salary would come first, and accordingly the data will be shown. So we can just simply click and see, and the same time we can see that how descending work. Okay, so highest salary is 95K, that is at the top, and then accordingly the salaries are distributed downward. Similarly, if you put ascending, you would get the lowest salary at the top, and then accordingly the it will go towards higher salary. Or what they are doing is order by hire date. So the lowest date will be there, which is 2017, and you can see that the dates goes up to 2023. So that way you can do, you can order by, you can use order by. This is very important thing. This is very much used in the business application that we develop. What happens is there are different names of the columns that come from different table, but eventually what the business demand is, they have certain name in the mind. For example, for reporting, first name they just may want to call it as name, or last name they might want to call it as surname, and salary uh, might be called in the sources, but as an output they want to call it as a compensation. So that way it is much easier, it is much easier to put it into reporting. So aliasing plays a very important role. Let's run that, and you would get same data, but the column names would be different. Like name is replaced with surname, last name is replaced with surname, and salary is replaced with compensation. By mastering select, you can unlock the ability to interrogate data. This is extremely critical, because whenever you are doing any analysis, the way you query the data plays a very important role in the time of your resolution. You can quickly resolve if you are able to select with right filters, right ordering. If you are able to do that analysis, it will be great for you. Okay, so instead of scrolling through endless rows in Excel, you can be precise in your queries, and then you can be very creative. So for example, you can answer such question like show me employees hired between these dates. It will be very quick. On Excel you might have to just scroll up and down and then apply filter and do a lot of other things. List everyone earning above this amount. Again, the same thing. You would have to add a filter, and then Excel, you know that after a certain point, after certain amount of data, it becomes slow. So therefore, putting it into database and doing the right select query and learning to do right select query is very important. This is the moment SQL start to feel magical. With just few lines, you can sift through thousands and millions of rows, and in case of big data, billions of rows. In our next lesson, what we are going to learn is we'll go beyond reading. We'll know how to update the existing record, changing the salaries, correcting the mistakes, keeping records fresh. So all those things we'll try to understand in the next video. Till then, thank you for watching, and please do subscribe. Thanks.